Friends, this is a partial fulfillment of requirement for the award of degree of commerce, a project report on Chrome OS by Sana Sultana from Nizam College, that's me. So, welcome to the session 1, and in this session I'll tell you the introduction of Chromebook or Chrome OS. Welcome to the session 3 of Chromebook. Here come and that coming at you live. So I wanted to go through a couple of things on the Chromebook just so you're all aware. There's a few tips and tricks, basic intro of things, and just a few things that I have noticed the students are not aware of when when they use a Chromebook. It is relatively new operating system and I have used them for a few years and I own a personal one, so I'm a big fan of them. So I wanted to just give you the help when you are using a Chromebook or when you are explaining the Chrome operating system to a student if they want to learn more about it. So first off, here's your home page. On your home page, here's your link. Essentially there's a couple of things that I have done in this Chromebook. Basically this is a Chrome browser. So when you load the Chrome browser on the HP, for example, it's an own some program. Well, the Chromebook is the entire Chrome browser. That's all the operating system is. It's a little expanded when you would have on the browser desktop, but it's essentially we are inside the browser right now. So with that being said, it does update the same way the Chrome browser does on your computer, but you never notice on the actual Chromebook. You do notice is it. So first thing out you in the lower right is the time is your little icon. These are all your taskbar settings on a Windows computer. There's your battery. Here's the display because I'm sharing a video, so it's a little extension going on. And then there's an arrow here. Now the arrow is important only because at the very bottom here it says restart to update. So these devices will update in the background. Typically they will update on themselves every once in a while. That one thing this morning I had to actually go and click on update, so it varies on when they find the update, but it's important that you actually keep these updated only because there's with the browser settings, and I'm sure you're familiar if you are in the tech, familiar with stuff like updating Windows and updating the web browser and Java and Adobe. All of those things are important because the internet is changing all the time and Google keeps trying to improve things. So before I click that button, it's pretty quick, and I wanted to show you how I get there. So you click on this button right here and you go to actual settings right here, and when you go into settings it's going to pop this open, and initially you are going to see Wi-Fi internet connection, and you will know all this good here if you go about Chrome OS. Blue link, right click on this and it's going to tell you the version you're using. This is very important because currently we are on like version 48 something, so this one was pretty far behind. There's a button right here that appears, click install and update, so you can manually push it through. Typically when you come in here it will immediately start on its own, but I have noticed that you do once a while to kind of as you can nearly up to date. What I'll do normally right around this there will be just a percentage that goes up while you are on the Wi-Fi, or a student does come if check once in a while if they're having trouble with the browser, some kind of make sure everything's updated. Really important for Chromebook because this is the whole operating system. So this is the browser, but also as you can see there's the firmware stuff. This is very important for Chromebook, so this needs just going to hit the restart button and we are done. Here's what once takes over, like you have seen them restart the solid state. They reboot about less than 2 minutes, so it's very quick reboot. Then login, so in a second. So that's something important. So if you do see that arrow with the student and just have them reboot, I know a lot of students typically don't reboot their devices ever just closing the lid. it not a reboot. So just FYI, I'm sure most of you knew that's there one thing to look for, it's updating. And then the other thing about Chromebooks that I find very interesting is that your taskbar down here, how easily they make it. Yes, to access your email and your Google Docs and all those kind of, there's an email button here, so it's really easy for students. So literally click on the email and then a tab or bam, there's the student email. You don't get this kind of, these quick hits on the HP unless you actually set up the bookmarks. So these are just built-in bookmarks which for students who are not very computer savvy, this is really hard not to understand how this works. So this is just so convenient and easy. There's even a YouTube, so click on this and YouTube opens up, and if students, there's an account, the student logged in and I'm here. So the coolest part about this is that all these links are right here. You can adjust these links, and I'm going to minimize this and I'm going to show you how to adjust these links. Magnifying glass, if I click on this main window, will open up, and now this main window is basically like your start menu with windows, and there's a button in magnifying glass button right above, shift, and below the tab on the left side. If I hit on that, it opens up without even me clicking on it, and I encourage you to use the utilizers because this is really real shortcut for the students to get to their drive, to get to any app and install. So what you do is you click on all apps and look at this. I get everything. I got Google Maps, Google Drive Docs. They can install. They have got sheets on here. Now some of these things are in the taskbar, but a lot of them are not. So if they can install anything extra, like for example, we have got the Chrome remote desktop. What's one that they installed the Google Slides, I guess, or something that we can take Google Slides that I can actually drag it down here and put it right in the bar. Now Google Slides is on the taskbar, so you have multiple ways of getting things really. And even if you notice up here at the very top search or the URL, we can search anything. I can go to the website from here. It's type of, say I want to look at the new CNN, like it's Google search. So that search button is not only a Google search, but it's a Chromebook search. So this is a super easy way for them to immediately get out to the internet, look up things, get these ISD 197. If I want to get to Empire and I have already there before, boom, this it goes. So just a tips to use, and any of your extension, as you can see with straight, are going to be on the right side of the browser over here by the address bar. So really easy. Web viewing is just so really easy to get around and navigate web, and we want you students to know, to be digital experts. So these things are some really easy steps for them to navigate the classes and experience the classes, experience in the website to get there, the homework done. So these are some tips here, and as you know, as we think of more there's also last thing I'll show you, there's a little question mark here. So when you click on this area, this little question mark right here is help. When you click on this, Google has set up the entire library of help topics. So this is where I have learned a whole bunch of my stuff, personalization things and play around, wallpaper syncing, your account settings, customize the launcher that I just showed you, going to photos like save, taking a picture with your Chromebook, connecting to other devices with Bluetooth. There's a litany of things you can do here, and Google has set up very robust library of just help. Topics. So this is another place that you can send a student, or you can go yourself to figure out what's a question, what do I need for this, to encourage you to use a very good. And I said, Google does a lot of things to set up. It's give you help and assistance. So I think getting the students involved in this and showing how you can do is a great thing. So this were some of the real basic tips on the Chromebook. So thank you for watching the video, and if you like it, just click on like icon and do subscribe.